I'm detecting strong energy readings directly outside of the tower. This may be the next wave in Ultron's attack. Keep heading towards the helipad.
Sure.
Man, Avengers Tower is a fancy place. We have no doors, no secrets. Man, I'm kind of kept off guard by how we haven't been attacked yet. No, I would have thought like an Ultron robot would have come down here and tried to head us off at the pass by now. No cubes, no nothing. All right, into the next maze we go. Oh well, there we go. So, as far as I know, you can tell which bits you can and can't go through. Oh, cool. I was about to say, it would have been unfair if he could shoot through the wall and I couldn't.
Right. Well, even if it survives Ultron's attack, I'm scrapping it after this and putting it in the sand cart.
That was something.
So you should be able to tell which ones you can and can't go through, because as you see, they've got a green, before the green grid comes up, they've got the two green lights either side, and if they don't have a light, it means you can go through. That should be the way you can tell which doors you can go through. If not, you can just go ahead and just bump your head into every single one of them. Ow! So yeah, as you can see, she drops fidget spinners and bottle tops and a whole bunch of other items on top of her enemies. It's definitely a unique ability. Props to the guy, whoever came up with that. Do you know what? While we're in close quarters like this, maybe we should be using a character who's more equipped to deal with it. Rightio, where's the next bit we're going through? Seems like it's this up here, although we can't quite get through there. Bingo! So it's two systems, we're going to need to reactivate this one.
Systems restored to 65% functionality.
No, they're still stopping us! Seems like we've already disabled some of the grid. Hey, Miles has unlocked the electro web. Perfect, that's exactly the move I was waiting for. With the electro web, you can clear enemies a lot better. Ah, so close. There we go.
This one's for freedom.
True freedom and Avengers Tower.
Systems restored to 75% functionality.
There we go, that is much better. So yeah, the ability I was just talking about, the one that's better at clearing, is this web blast one. Electro web, there we are. It slows down the enemies, they take damage, and they also take electrical damage. And while they're getting stunned, any other enemy does one of their let me start that again. If any other of the characters do one of their abilities, it ends up activating a synergy attack. So it's just such a great area clearing move. It doesn't blow them up, it doesn't knock them into the sky, but it just stuns them in one space and just leaves them vulnerable for attack. There are many other characters with better area clearing moves than Miles, but I just think Miles has a nice combination. He has energy attacks, he has area clearing attacks, stun attacks. It's just, he's a nice well-rounded character. And plus, I just really wanted to use Miles on my team. Miles is probably one of the few characters I have on my team who I use mainly because I want to, not because he has good attacks.
Ultimate attack. Venom blast.
Man, I completely missed that. So there you go, like stuns them, and then you hit them with like a Venom strike, and you can just hear all of those crashes. Rightio, let's get to a computer and let's try and end this before more of them turn up.
restored to 90% functionality.
90%. We are so close to nearly getting this thing done. That seems like the way we've got to go. Let's go investigate over here, see if there's any more boxes we can get our hands on. See, if the game tells you to go one way, always go the opposite direction. It just always, not always, but it's just most of the time they have some sort. If they're gonna have hidden items, then it's gonna be in those corners where the game wouldn't normally take you.
Just a little further. The helipad is straight ahead.
Time to make it happen, team.
Very much so, but I'm going to go ahead and quickly check out their abilities because they've leveled up to a point where they have a new ability, so we should be able to upgrade some. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reset Captain America's ranks. I put one in absolute defense, but I don't want that in there now. What I want is one in shield dash and one in shield strike as well. So what he does is he hurls the shield, causing it to rebound off walls and enemies. So if you see this, rank that up all the way. It does damage B. It's not good for stamina, but this is again kind of like an area attack. It's not really as good as Miles. It doesn't really clear the area, but it's good for just hitting multiple enemies. So I've got the 15 points. So what I think I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put one into shield strike, and I'm actually going to put the other one into shield dash, because that shield dash we use so much more often. It does great damage when you fully up rank it. Oh, sorry, it does great stagger damage when you fully up rank it. So shield dash is the ability of his we're going to be using the most. Again, I'm going to reset Miles' abilities because I don't really want any in web shooters right now. What I want to do is I'm going to put 2 into the high voltage lines. So the EP cost is less and it does more attack damage, and then I'm just going to put 1 into the surprise strike. Waspin's only got the force. There's nothing we can really do with you. And again, Hulk, I'm going to reset that because I don't really want any in Hulk Smash. What I want is the unstoppable charge. Now, this is one of the moves is why Hulk is a mainstay on my team. Straight off the gate, we haven't even upgraded it yet. It's already got a stagger rating of A. This is the move. This and Captain America's shield charge are the moves I go to for trying getting down the enemy's stagger bar. It's just perfect. And Hulk's is better when you've got a few enemies in a row or a few tough enemies together. You can just charge right through them and knock down that stagger bar. And then you keep upgrading it, and then it does level B level of damage. Like, it's just great. So I'm going to put 2 into that right now, and then I'm just going to put 1 into the thunderclap. The other ability I actually want is this ability here we unlock at level 20. But again, I could just respec and take the points out of Thunderclap. There's just no point in having AP that we're not using just sitting there. So I don't think we've really got any more ISO 8 at this moment. But I'm just going to have a little check anyway. What have we got? Increases the rate that credits drop. Nah. Vitality and resilience. Nah. Oh, actually, I tell you what, I will actually put that resilience one into for Miles. Resilience by 5%, there we go. And with that, I think we're good to go. Let's do this. It looks like he's literally just sitting there waiting for us. Well, let's not disappoint. He wants a show, let's give him one.
I finally understand, Avengers. This stone has shown me the truth about the human mind I was designed to emulate. It is irreparably flawed, and it must be overwritten. My armored shell has always been superior to your frail, fleshy forms, but my artificial mind was limited by inferior children. But at long last, the Mind Stone has unlocked my true processing potential. I will crush you!
Yeah, like a tin can, buddy. Yeah, Ultron with the Mind Stone, that's the last thing we wanted. This guy's processing power was already off the charts. Now he's got the Mind Stone as well to boot. Yikes! So when he does this thing with the laser beams, you either want to dodge to get through the laser beams or just get a flying character like Wasp and just fly above it all. Just fly above all of the drama. Oh, come on, Wasp, work with me here. I went to do a synergy with Wasp, but just as I pressed the button, she flew away, so she was out of range. Come on, you're helping or hurting here. I've just put you on the team. You'd think you'd want to make a good impression, wouldn't you?
I give you credit. You organic life forms may be obsolete, but you fight as if you still have a future.
Yeah, so when Ultron goes back like that, he gets his sentry bots to fire laser beams, and you just want to make sure whatever character you're controlling is not in range of any of those attacks. Oh, Miles and Hulk, did you see that? Just knocking all the sentries off the edge. Like 4 or 5 of them he got off in a row. Yeah, while we're fighting as well, I thought I haven't mentioned it yet. If you... Whoa! Yeah, I thought I'd mention it because I haven't yet. If you look at Ultron's health, you see the little breaks in the red health bar there. Basically, that means when you get his health down to those little breaks, he's going to change up his attacks. It cues one of the cutscenes, and he alters up his attacks and changes the fight. So if his health is really close to one of those bars, try not to use your big synergy attacks or your big extreme attacks at those moments, because you'll do a lot of damage, but it won't actually hurt Ultron for very much.
Prevail. I have analyzed every possible outcome and prepared contingencies. Today, the age of Ultron begins.
Ultron's sentries are willing to self-destruct in order to take us out. If we don't want to get blown up, we've got to bring them down.
One step ahead of you there, Wasp. Yeah, but every time Ultron does his yellow attack or his red attacks, when you see him powering up, you want to start getting away. Because you're either going to get hit by the red beam, or you're going to hit by the yellow beam, which disorientates you and makes you go in the opposite way that you're trying to that you're pushing your character. Right, hold on. Yikes, like that. You need to move back. If you get caught in that yellow beam, then your character will go the opposite way that you're trying to control them. Which then means when this attack comes down, you're going to be in a bad way. Move! Oh, Cap, I really could have used you for this next moment. Would have appreciated it if you, Jakes, didn't get knocked out.
Let me in on that action.
Oh, you are more than welcome to get in on that action.
Attacks may destroy my sentries, but the one true Ultron is forged to perfection.
Venom blast.
I left Miles out of that initial attack because he was healing Cap. I kind of felt like that was probably more important in the grand scheme of things. Yikes! Rightio, his stagger bar's low. Move! His stagger bar's low and his health is low. We can take him out right now. God, I thought he was making a pentagon then. I was thinking, don't tell me Ultron's getting in touch with a mystical as well.
This one's for freedom.
Oh, I'm going to need some of your heavy attacks. Hulk smash!
System failure. Prime host body has taken maximum damage beyond capabilities of auto repair function. This battle has only just commenced, Avengers. I have bigger plans for you. Much bigger. Transfer protocol initiated.
We need to remove the Mind Stone from play before Ultron can use it to reboot himself.
According to my senses, I do believe he already has. Elsewhere.
Wait, these readings I'm getting don't make any sense unless... Oh no. Ultimo.
No. Not anymore. Ultimo's mechanical mind was wiped, and his lifeless body was stored in a warehouse like a trophy. Typical human error. You should have dismantled him when you had the chance. Now, I, Ultron, shall use his form to exact my revenge. You shall pay in the name of all the machines you have disposed of so carelessly.
Ultimo's a walking weapon mass destruction. He may be headed for Avengers Tower, but Ultron could easily use him to level the entire city.
Hulk can't do this alone.
Hang tight, Avengers. Help is on the way. Just hold back that oversized Iron Man knockoff and clear me a place to land.
Yes.
Will do! So great, we take down Ultron and now we just get Ultimotron instead. Well, we took down the first tin can. I'm sure we can take down this larger tin can. I don't know, I'm kind of running out of metaphors for this one. Right, let's get some of that electro web going. Worst comes to worst with these guys, they're just jumping into my attacks. Worst comes to worst, you can just throw them off the edge of the building. Now this is one of the moments where I said Cap's shield ability is going to come in handy, because when Ultimo starts firing those laser beams out his eyes, you can just use Cap's shield ability to just block all of the attack. That is if you aren't having your butt kicked by some of the sentries at that moment in time.
How come giant robots always attack on my day off? Thanks for clearing me a nice, safe place to land, by the way.
A pity you will never have the chance to make use of it.
You gave it your best shot, bolts for brains. Now I'll take mine.
If we hope to beat someone his size. We'll have to even the odds.
With the Mind Stone and Ultimo both in play, I have determined a new plan of attack. I will head to the rooftop and prepare the weaponry required for the final battle. Meet me there at once.
Yes. Time to get this circus started.
Alright, so we've literally got these two Colossuses fighting in the background. And we need to get to the rooftop. When I first saw Ant-Man jump off of that arrow, I thought the arrow was going to hit him in the butt. Kind of shades of Ant-Man against Thanos, wouldn't you say? Right, let's just touch up this so we can quickly get a quick save going on. Just in case any shenanigans happen while we get in this lift. And let's get to the top of the tower and give Ant-Man all the assistance we can.
Ultimo is nearly invulnerable. Any weapons we have won't work against him.
I am more interested in defeating Ultron than Ultimo. And I believe I have found a way to use the ISO 8 to our advantage in that situation.
Oh! Ultimo playing dirty with a headbutt.
Hot plasma beam incoming!
Ant-Man, get him under control before he takes out the whole tower.
Your time will come, Avengers, as soon as I exterminate this oversized pest.
Yeah, we don't exactly want him taking down the tower, especially when we're so high up in the tower. I mean, to be honest, Wasp will be fine because she can fly, and Hulk can probably survive the landing, and Miles can web swing, and Captain America's probably the only one who actually has any risk at falling off of this thing, but even then, Cap always finds a way.
ISO 8's proximity to the Mind Stone should enhance my processing power exponentially.
Does that mean you can shut Ultimo down?
Eventually. But first, I will have to collect data from the fallen sentries to locate weaknesses in Ultron's programming.
Sorry!
What are you doing out there, Scott?
Oh, you know, just grappling with a synthesoid the size of a skyscraper. Typical day at the office. This way.
I don't know what they're having to go against Scott for. If it wasn't for him, the Iron Giant out there would have smashed us into smithereens a long time ago. But anyway, just for your information, my voice that you're hearing right now is actually recorded after this gameplay. Little did I know at the time of recording this, my computer ran out of memory and actually stopped recording my voice. Thankfully, it still kept recording the gameplay. So I'm just going to have to record this piece of commentary while watching my gameplay back right now.
Analysis has yielded desirable results. I may have found a pathway into Ultron's neural network.
Does that mean you can remotely lower Ultimo's defenses?
Affirmative. We may not be able to damage him physically, but we can disrupt Ultron's control signal.
Weapons adjusted to target Ultron's core program.
Ah, there we go. Top floor of Avengers Tower. Front row seats for quite literally the largest boxing match in the history of the world.
I have succeeded in lowering Ultimo's defenses. Target Ultimo. Now.
This is for stepping on my favorite restaurant.
To be fair, Scott, you've probably stepped on a few restaurants at this point in time. It's not exactly like you two have been subtle up there. You're more than welcome. But yeah, what you want to do is this bit's kind of reminiscent of the Sandman battle, but instead of 2 guns, we've got the 4.
First firewall has been breached.
I have rewritten my code. Your efforts were for nothing.
I will need to collect more data and search for another entry point into his system.
I'm in huge trouble here.
This one's for freedom.
Ah, Hulk, it's not your fault. I think Ultron was going to attack us whether you were here or not. But poor Hulk feeling guilty. But anyway, the way you want to do this one is to knock down Ultimo or Ultron's or Ultimotron's stagger gauges. You need to defeat his sentries. Once you defeat his sentries,
is successfully neutralized. Ultron is vulnerable once again. Attack.
You bring shame to your artificial brethren, Vision.
I'm pretty sure he's the only one making robots look even remotely good right now, dude.
oh man, that was perfect timing. There you go. Vision ended that tutorial for me, yeah. But once you defeat all his sentries, his stagger gauge is down, and you can begin the assault by shooting Ultron.
Data must be gathered from the sentries before I can proceed.
Now!
Surrender, and I will use the stone to permanently upgrade your minds.
Oh man, do you see Ultron there just blasting Scott with those laser beams from his eyes? Shades of Cyclops. That looks painful. I mean, I know Scott normally ends up being the butt of most jokes, but I mean, to be fair, he's taking a pounding out there. It's not exactly like those fists of Ultron are exactly soft.
Defense is successfully neutralized. Ultron is vulnerable once again. Attack. Ultron's second firewall has been breached.
You will not corrupt my system again, my child.
Oh no, I think I just stepped on the taxi. Now you guys know how the answer.
With the Mind Stone, all mechanical life is mine to command. And mankind will be next.
I thought he said Ant-Mankind then. I was thinking to myself, like, is that what ants as a whole are called, Ant-Mankind? But yeah, right there was a good example of what I was talking about earlier in this video, where you don't want to do a large attack to an enemy where their health is so close to the next, to the next little break in their health.
Could use a little help, little buddies.
Yeah, don't worry, Ant-Man, we're working on it.
I'll take the lead.
To be fair, if you just turned around and smashed your hands on top of Avengers Tower, you could probably clear most of them off yourself.
Surrender, and I will use the stone to permanently upgrade your minds.
He's weakened once again. Activate turrets.
This is merely a minor setback.
Tell that to the people whose lives you just trampled.
So when you're shooting Ultron, you can also shoot. He has these guards that come up and try and shoot you off the turrets. So if you were playing with like co-op like other people, you could have some of them focus on the gunners and have some of them focus on Ultron.
Be able to break through Ultron's defenses.
I mean, they're really only a mild inconvenience, but it'll save you a little bit of health. So Oh, hold the phone. Hang on a moment. I just had a thought. So, Ultron and Ant-Man are in a fist fight right now. We then try to shoot him with turrets, and then Ultron turns his attention to try and take us down. Does that mean that Ultron is trying to take out the gunners first in a fight? That diabolical tin can. He's using Nick Fury's advice against us in the sequel to the game where he originally gave us that advice. God, you truly are evil. Evil man. God, now I know how it feels. At least somebody's taking Nick Fury's advice. I seem to forget it constantly. I can't believe I just noticed that. I'm kind of glad that it stopped recording my audio now. I never would have noticed that before.
Activate turrets.
But with any luck, I think we should just be able to finish off Ultimo with this last barrage of bullets, as long as these gunners don't get in the way.
Ultron's final firewall has been breached. Initiating containment protocol.
Your efforts here are futile, Synthezoid. My programming has always been stronger than yours. And with the Mind Stone, I shall lead the mechanical revolution. Join our cause, Vision, and break the bonds of human enslavement.
I'm no slave, Ultron. And the only one who should worry about their bonds is you.
What madness is this? I do not compute.
And if my plan succeeds, you never shall again.
I can't believe Ultron actually just said, I do not compute. Anyway, but with that done, I think Ultron or Ultimo or Ultimotron or whatever we are deciding to call him is taking a little siesta, he's taking a little nap. And we can call things quits and we can wrap things up here. But as you can see there, we've got plenty of people to talk to, including a very large Ant-Man who's probably terrifying the citizens of New York. So I think it's time that we talk to him, we talk to Vision, and we get on to tracking down the rest of the Infinity Stones. But that is something we're going to leave for the next episode, when hopefully it records all of my audio and all of my gameplay. But until that fateful event, I will catch you guys later. If you like this video and want to see more going forwards, please consider pressing the like button. It really helps the channel to grow. If you're new here, definitely subscribe, and always push that notification bell to be notified of all future videos going forward.